Travis Kelce and girlfriend Taylor Swift's private jet lands in Australia for their sweet vacation. On Saturday, February 22, Travis Kelce and girlfriend Taylor Swift arrived in Australia for the start of a new vacation. On Saturday morning, the pop star and NFL star's private jet, the Dassault Falcon 7X, touched down at Proserpine Airport, a 15-minute drive from Daydream Island Resort. The sweet couple reportedly arrived at an island called Daydream Island Resort. Daydream Island is one of 7 islands in the Mull Group, a group of small islands in the Whitsunday Islands in Queensland, Australia. Despite its compact size, just 1 kilometer long and 400 m wide, there are plenty of things to do on Daydream Island. Travis Kelce is seen in a white t-shirt and blue pants holding a bottle of mineral water as he runs up to girlfriend Taylor Swift while the two are having a relaxing moment together on the beach at Daydream Island. The Eras Tour is over, and we have to wait until the fall before more NFL games hit the 2025 TV schedule. That means Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship still has time to theoretically continue to grow, if she's not too busy with her upcoming Swifties projects. Although the couple is spending time in Australia, Taylor Swift has become a fairly regular fixture at Chiefs home games, and when she's not showing off her incredible cooking skills, according to Travis Kelce. They've been known to frequent some of Kelce's favorite restaurants in Kansas City. It's no surprise, however, that there's a plan for how to do this, and strict rules that restaurants must follow. Taylor Swift is known for being pretty nice to her fans, tipping her crew a lot, posing for selfies with fans at football games, but it's perfectly understandable that when she and Travis Kelce go out to dinner, they'll ask any staff who aren't serving them to give them privacy. However, it's not always like that for the Chiefs star, as an insider puts it. Before Travis began bringing Taylor to the Kansas City spots, he would socialize more with staff and guests of the restaurants. There's no doubt that Travis Kelce's popularity increased when he started dating the Fortnite singer in 2023, and we did see him taking steps to secure more privacy for the two of them in those early months, including moving into a gated community. It's for a good reason, too. Just look at what happened when the couple visited a restaurant in New Orleans ahead of the Super Bowl. Taylor Swift was practically mobbed as she and Travis Kelce exited the establishment. Without certain protocols in place, not only would she never get to enjoy a meal, but it would be a terrible distraction for the other diners in the restaurant. The owner of the Kansas City area eatery Ride detailed her experience with Taylor Swift when she, Travis Kelce and several of his teammates and their partners visited after a game in January 2024. The Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour star, which can be streamed with a Disney subscription, was apparently whisked to a private room where patrons wouldn't even know she was there. That may be an occurrence that happens more often, if certain Taylor Swift real estate rumors are true. It's been said that the 14-time Grammy winner is moving her home base to Nashville from New York in order to more easily visit her tight-end boyfriend. With her strategy in place, however, Kansas City residents may not even realize that anything has changed. According to Jason Kelce, brother Travis Kelce was down bad as soon as he started dating Taylor Swift. "I remember the first time he said he was hanging out with her and I remember just being, like, are you kidding me? You're hanging out with Taylor Swift, like, that's insane, and, that's awesome for you," Jason, 37, recalled during the Friday, February 21, episode of the Steam Room podcast. "You meet a lot of people, and, I think this felt different." Travis, 35, famously shot his shot with Swift, also 35, during a July 2023 episode of his and Jason's New Heights podcast. At the time, the Kansas City Chiefs tight end called out Swift for not wanting to meet and exchange phone numbers when he attended her Eras Tour show in KC. Soon enough, Swift listened to Kelce's Metal as Hell podcast shout-out and got in touch. They started quietly dating for several months before making their public debut at one of his Chiefs games in September 2023. After Travis began hanging out with Swift, he informed his family of the blossoming romance. "What also felt different is the way he talks about her and talked about her from the moment he was with her," Jason said on Friday. You could tell how much he really liked her right from the get-go and just first impressions. I think that level early on of that was something that was very eye-opening to me when we first had discussions. Jason initially learned of Travis' connection with Swift long before the romance became a mainstream headline. We knew before everyone else knew, but it was not like. It did not hit the group chat. Jason's wife, Kelce, joked during an episode of the Call Her Daddy podcast earlier this month. Jace and I found out together, but we knew before they hard-launched with her going to a game. It was at home, Kylie added on the Call Her Daddy podcast. I don't know that I really ate the meal. This is going to sound terrible. I didn't really eat the meal because I was 8 weeks pregnant. Kylie, who is currently pregnant with her and Jason's fourth baby, later clarified that she didn't refuse Swift's cooking. I wouldn't refuse anything, especially if I was without child, Kylie said on the Thursday, February 20th, episode of her Not Gonna Lie podcast. The home-cooked meals that I did not get to enjoy were not because I refused to eat them, but because the child in my womb overwhelmed me with hormones that suggested if I consume anything other than crackers, that it might be seen again, if you catch my drift. Anyone who has experienced pregnancy nausea knows that it's not a choice. At 8 weeks, that's not a choice. The Kansas City Chiefs are staring down the barrel of a salary and free agency crisis as multiple players are set to depart the team. KC has little cap space and is set to possibly lose many key players, such as safety Justin Reed, linebacker Nick Bolton, defensive end Charles Omenihu, pass rusher Joshua Uche, running back Samaje Perine and Kareem Hunt, and wide receivers DeAndre Hopkins, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Mecole Hardman among others. With the Chiefs hoping to keep their dynasty alive, it could force them to make moves that seem drastic or unpopular. On the surface, that might seem like a non-starter. Kelce is one of the most popular players in the league. His relationship with Taylor Swift has certainly boosted that, and has been a key contributor to 3 Super Bowl titles for the Chiefs. Yet, diving into his on-field performance and the potential financial incentives paints a picture that makes sense if the Chiefs were to move on from him. Shots points to data from roster management system that shows cutting Kelce would only lead to $2.5 million in dead cap space for the Chiefs while saving them over $17 million on the salary cap. With Kansas City currently projected to have negative effective cap space, moving on from Kelce could be a relatively cheap way to fix their issues, but then there's the on-field aspect. Last season, Kelce posted his worst statistical year since he became a starter. His 823 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns are the least of his career, and with 8.5 yards per catch, 2024 was the first time in his career that he averaged under double-digit yards a catch. At age 35, Kelce isn't likely to have a career resurgence anytime soon, but he's set to be the 5th most expensive player on the Chiefs next year by salary cap hit. This news comes after The Athletic reported on Thursday, February 13th that Kelce would have to decide whether or not he retires from the NFL by March 14th following his Super Bowl defeat against the Philadelphia Eagles. I can just tell you from just having a few conversations with people around the league over the last few days, there's definitely a sense that Travis is going to try to play more, Rossini, 42, said. I haven't heard anyone say, yeah, he's really struggling with what he wants to do. It's definitely leaning more toward that. She added, that can, of course, change. This is going to be his decision only, but for this Chiefs operation looking to move forward here, I think they feel pretty good that Travis has got a little bit more left in him. Rossini said that Kelce takes good care of his body and trained hard at the start of the latest season. Someone there shared a story with me just a few days before they opened up to start this season. She said, it was a Monday night, people trying to get out of the building. It was like 8:30 at night and the lights in the area where the guys do the band work, just small muscle. There's Travis in there working, the journalist continued. Related, Peyton Manning